Good day, students. Welcome to this JSS 1 Social Studies lesson on democracy in Nigeria. Democracy is the most widely practiced form of government in the world today, and Nigeria, as Africa's most populous country and largest democracy, is a critical test case. Our democratic journey has been interrupted by military coups 1966, 1975, 1983, 1985, 1993, but since May 29, 1999, Democracy Day, Nigeria has maintained unbroken civilian democratic rule for over 25 years. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define democracy and state its key principles, describe the types of democracy, explain the features of Nigerian democracy, describe the electoral process in Nigeria (NEC), and assess the challenges and progress of democracy in Nigeria. Let us begin. What is democracy? Democracy is a system of government in which the people hold the supreme power, either exercised directly or through freely elected representatives. The classic definition, government of the people, by the people, for the people, Abraham Lincoln, Gettysburg Address, 1863. Two main types. Direct democracy, all citizens participate directly in making decisions, each person votes on every issue. Example, ancient Athens, male citizens only, modern Swiss referenda, some Swiss cantons use Landsgemeinde, open air assembly. Practical limitation, not workable in large, modern nations like Nigeria, 220 million people cannot all gather to vote on every law. Representative democracy, indirect democracy, citizens elect representatives who make decisions on their behalf. Example, Nigeria's National Assembly, citizens vote for senators and house members who make laws in Abuja. Most modern democracies, including Nigeria, the UK, USA, India, and South Africa, use this system. Key principles of democracy. Popular sovereignty, power belongs to the people, government derives authority from the consent of the governed. Free and fair elections, citizens have the right to vote and be voted for in regular elections, votes are secret, counting is honest. Majority rule with minority rights, the majority decides, but the rights of the minority are protected. Rule of law, everyone, including government officials, is equal before the law, no one is above the law. Fundamental human rights, freedom of speech, press, assembly, religion, and movement are protected. Independent judiciary, courts are free from political interference, they can rule against the government. Civil liberties, citizens are free from arbitrary arrest, detention, or government interference in private life. Multi-party system, multiple political parties compete freely for power. Regular elections, government must periodically return to the people for renewal of its mandate. Nigeria's democratic history. 1960, independence, Nigeria becomes a parliamentary democracy, Westminster model. 1966, first military coup, Major General Aguiyi overthrows Prime Minister Bewa's government. 1967 to 1970, Nigerian Civil War, Biafra War. 1979 to 1983, Second Republic, President Shehu Shagari, NPN, first presidential system. 1983, military coup, Major General Muhammadu Buhari overthrows elected Shagari government. 1993, June 12 election, considered Nigeria's freest ever, Moshood Abiola, NECO, appears to have won, military announced the result, Chief Abiola imprisoned, dies in custody 1998. June 12 is now declared Democracy Day. 1999, return to democracy, Olusegun Obasanjo, PDP, inaugurated May 29. Democracy Day, May 29 was changed to June 12 by President Buhari in 2018 to honor MKO Abiola. 2011, 2015, Goodluck Jonathan, PDP 2011, Muhammadu Buhari, APC 2015, landmark peaceful power transfer from ruling party to opposition for the first time in Nigeria's history. 2023, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC, elected, assumes office May 29, 2023. Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. INEC is the federal body responsible for organizing elections in Nigeria, established by the 1999 Constitution, Section 153. Functions: voter registration, organizing and conducting elections, presidential, gubernatorial, NESS, state assembly, announcing election results, registering political parties, voter education, resolving pre-election disputes. Voter registration: Nigerians must register at INEC offices or via the INEC online portal, receive a permanent voter card, PVC. Biometric voter accreditation: INEC introduced the BECE, bimodal voter accreditation system, uses fingerprint and facial recognition to prevent multiple voting, a major anti-fraud measure from 2021 onward. IREV, INEC Results Viewing Portal introduced for the 2023 elections, polling unit results uploaded in real time for public verification, a transparency measure. Election timetable: Nigeria holds general elections every 4 years, presidential and NESS elections first, then gubernatorial elections. Political parties in Nigeria. Major parties: APC, All Progressives Congress, ruling party 2015 present, PDP, People's Democratic Party, ruled 1999 to 2015, LP, Labour Party, emerged in 2023 elections with Peter Obi as candidate, NNPP, New Nigeria People's Party, Kwankwaso 2023 presidential candidate. Nigeria has many registered parties but few viable national parties. Challenges to democracy in Nigeria. Electoral violence, thuggery, ballot box snatching, and intimidation remain persistent problems in some states. Vote buying, cash given to voters on election day, cold stomach infrastructure, undermines free choice. Ethnicity and religion in voting: many Nigerians vote along ethnic or religious lines rather than on policy. Weak institutions, courts, INEC, and security agencies are sometimes perceived as partisan. Poverty: when citizens are economically dependent on politicians, they trade their votes for short-term benefits. Military legacies: Nigeria's democratic culture is relatively young, military rule left habits of non-accountability. Successes: unbroken civilian rule since 1999, 25+ years. 2015 power transfer, first time an incumbent president peacefully conceded to an opponent in Nigeria's history. BECE and IREV, technological improvements in electoral transparency. Active civil society, free press, and judiciary that have challenged electoral results, tribunals overturning election results, as in Imo State Governorship 2019 to 2020. 3 examination questions. Question 1. Define democracy and state 5 principles of democratic government. Democracy is a system of government in which the people hold supreme power, either directly or through elected representatives. 5 principles: A. Popular sovereignty, power belongs to the people. B. Free and fair elections, citizens vote freely, results are honest. C. Rule of law, everyone, including government officials, is subject to the law. D. Protection of fundamental human rights, freedom of speech, religion, assembly, movement. E. Independent judiciary, courts free from political interference, they can rule against the government. Question 2. Explain the role of INEC in Nigeria's democracy. INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, is constitutionally mandated to manage and conduct elections in Nigeria. Its roles include: A. Voter registration, registering eligible Nigerians, age 18+, and issuing permanent voter cards, PVCs. B. Conducting elections, organizing the presidential, gubernatorial, National Assembly, and State Assembly elections, deploying staff, ballot papers, and voting materials. C. Announcing results, collating and announcing official election results. D. Registering political parties, granting official recognition to parties that meet constitutional requirements. E. Anti-fraud measures, introducing BECE, biometric accreditation, and IREV, real-time results portal, to improve transparency and reduce vote manipulation. Question 3. Distinguish between direct democracy and representative democracy with examples. Direct democracy, all citizens participate personally in making decisions, they vote directly on every issue without representatives. Example, ancient Athenian democracy, male citizens voted in the agora on laws and policies, modern Swiss referenda on constitutional questions. Advantage, most participatory. Disadvantage, impractical for a large country, 220 million Nigerians cannot all gather to vote on every law. Representative democracy, citizens elect representatives who make decisions on their behalf. Example, Nigeria, citizens vote for members of the National Assembly, senators and representatives, who then make laws in Abuja on the citizens' behalf. Advantage, practical for large nations. Disadvantage, representatives may not always act in the interest of their constituents. 3 common mistakes. Mistake 1, saying democracy means freedom to do anything. Democracy protects rights and freedoms but within the framework of law. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom to defame others, freedom of assembly does not mean freedom to incite violence. Democracy requires responsibility, citizens exercise freedoms within legal limits that protect others' rights. Mistake 2, confusing the National Assembly with NEC. The National Assembly, Senate plus House of Representatives, makes laws. NEC organizes elections. These are completely different institutions. The National Assembly does not run elections, NEC does not make laws. Mistake 3, saying Nigeria never had democracy before 1999. Nigeria had democratic periods before 1999, the First Republic, 1960 to 1966, parliamentary democracy, the Second Republic, 1979 to 1983, presidential democracy under Shagari. The 1999 return is the Fourth Republic, acknowledging that previous democratic experiments existed. Always contextualize Nigeria's democratic history accurately. Summary. Democracy, government by the people, of the people, by the people, for the people. Types, direct, ancient Athens, Swiss referenda, everyone votes on everything, versus representative, Nigeria, UK, USA, elect representatives to decide. Principles, popular sovereignty, free/fair elections, rule of law, human rights, independent judiciary, multi-party system, regular elections. Nigeria's history, independence 1960 military coups, 1966, 1975, 1983, 1985, annual June 12, 1993 election 1999 Fourth Republic, Democracy Day equals June 12, 2015 First Peaceful Power Transfer, PDP to APC, 2023 Tinubu. NEC, voter registration, PVC, conducting elections, BECE, biometric, IREV, real-time results. Challenges, electoral violence, vote buying, ethnic voting, poverty, weak institutions. Successes, 25 plus years on broken democracy, 2015 power transfer, BECE/IREV technology. For homework, A. Define democracy and list its 5 key principles. B. Explain why June 12 is Democracy Day in Nigeria. C. What is NEC and what are its 4 main functions? Attempt a quiz on your LMS. Your vote is your voice, use it wisely when you come of age. Visit Litech Academy at academy.litech.com.ng. Until next time.